let's talk about personal accountability in regards to driving a vehicle. If you fuck up, you should, if somebody, I'm not saying gets aggressive, but if somebody gets on your case, like another driver honks at you or whatever else, you should at least acknowledge and understand that you did something wrong. Not, and I'm going to use an example. And in this, I'm pretty much going to say that as a motorcyclist, I could give two shits if the general public driving around in cars is on their cell phone. I could care less if you're listening to the radio, jamming out, if you're eating, if you're fucking, you know, diddling your fucking play tool in fucking traffic. I don't care. Because odds are any person in a car is distracted. To ignore the problem is not an answer. To not acknowledge that you done fucked up is not an answer. To get mad at the person calling you out on it is not an answer. No, the rest of the world is not supposed to fucking make sure that your stupidness is acceptable and not causing any fucking problems. You're supposed to attempt as much as you can to drive in a manner that is acceptable and not dangerous. Now, I bring this up because the other day, and I'll put a clip of it in here, I almost ended up going into the backside of a car because they decided that they were gonna make a right-hand turn and go into the center lane, and then, as far as I can tell, they were going to attempt to go into the third lane. And I'm right there at the, at the light. I can be seen, my headlight works, blah, 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 all that. Long story short, I ended up locking, I think it was the front tire, just a little bit, but either way, I avoided hitting them. And then, I got along. I didn't hit their mirror. I didn't kick their door. I didn't do any of that. I revved at them continuously because I wanted to at least acknowledge the fact that you done fucked up. So the kid looks at me and then looks away. I don't know. Maybe he got scared. I don't know. But eventually we come to a stop. I have him roll down the window and everything. There's a passenger in the car. First thing the passenger says is, he's a new driver. Well, first off, if that's the case, it's your job and I should be yelling at you. But my intention was not to yell at anybody. My intention was solely to bring to the driver's attention that he needs to watch what he's doing. He needs to be observant and cautious. And I didn't do a great job of conveying that because we were in the middle of blocking traffic at the time. But if you screw up, acknowledge that you screwed up and use it as a learning experience. And this kid was learning how to drive, and I'm sure whoever it was, his mom or whatever, wanted him to cut clear across 3 lanes so that he could get to a fucking entrance to a whatever. But that being beside the point, it's the same reason why I said I don't care if you're on your cell phone. I don't care if you're listening to music. I don't care if you're eating. No matter what, you're distracted. You're just as distracted while you're listening to music as you are talking on a cell phone. And for those riders who, this is a personal opinion, for those riders who listen to music while they're riding, technically the same could be said for motovlogging, but those riders who listen to music while riding, dude, I understand that as riders we all should be taking into account that we put ourselves in our own bad situations. But when you get into a song or when you're listening to music and you're not paying attention to what's around you, I know people can say all they want. No, I'm paying attention. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm in full control. Dude, no, you're not. You know? Like, it's fucking dangerous. But that's the end of that, and off the fucking soapbox, that's, you know. But back to it, distracted driving is distracted driving. You're not going to get rid of it. At the very least, I would hope that more people could understand that they fucked up. And that it was, I'm not saying what happened was more one person's fault than the other, because yes, I was just as at fault as the person in the car, because I sped up. I was just going to go around him in the same lane until he cut off my fucking exit path and I had to go into the other lane. But there's people that'll get mad at you. There's people that'll be like, go fuck off, I didn't do anything wrong. It's like, you know, you got to be personally accountable for your actions, your choices, and what you do. And ignoring it or getting upset at other people, saying that it's their fault, they should have been watching out. And I say this because, like, I got home, I'm like, oh man, I told my wife, I almost ran into a damn car, blah, 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 and I showed her the video. My wife, Miss Judge Judy, is the greatest fucking bitch on earth, which she's not, she's fucking evil. She looks at it and she says, that was your fault. And I looked at her, we had a hour-long heated debate on whether or not I was in the wrong for that. And her thing was, you did nothing to prevent the accident. You should have gotten over in the other lane to begin with. And it's like, fuck no, I shouldn't have. I'm not responsible for fucking other people and how they fucking drive. Other people should drive appropriately, you know? So that's where the personal accountability comes in. It's like, is that what we're supposed to do as a society with fucking motor vehicles and whatever else? Everybody's allowed to be as bad of a driver as they fucking want. And it's up to everybody else who attempts to do the right thing to compensate for other people's disregard, irresponsibility, or negligence, or just plain not caring. And I don't think that's the answer. So, like I said, I had a disagreement with my wife on that one, but it brought up the point, like, you can't say that it's other people's fault when somebody does the wrong thing. You know, I mean, that's my take on it. Maybe the rest of the world thinks that I'm a complete idiot, which is completely possible, but I just don't get it. You fuck up, take it as you fucked up. And please don't go around driving like a fucking idiot thinking that other people need to fucking compensate for your stupidity. Well, that's it. Laters to everybody. Pieces. Fucking ride and drive safe. What's that? Okay, hey, just keep an eye out. I'm not going to yell at you or nothing. I just want to get your attention and let you know that, you know. Okay, drive safe.